ain't never seen Vegas look like this on a Saturday at 1 in the morning.
There's literally nobody else here at the airport.
8:45 a.m. This is the state of the Strip.
There was a time when Las Vegas was unstoppable. Flights packed to the rafters, taxi lines snaking outside the airport, neon so bright it could burn through a hangover. This was the city that never blinked, the global capital of indulgence. But in 2025, something shocking is happening. The Strip, once the beating heart of entertainment, is starting to look like a ghost town. Airport gates sit half empty, casino floors echo, valets stand idle. And for the first time in modern history, Las Vegas is losing more visitors than it's gaining. We're not talking about a temporary slump or a bad weekend. This is a record-breaking tourist exodus, the biggest in decades, and it's rewriting the future of Sin City. What's causing it? Some say the economy. Others blame crime, the weather, even bad press. But after months of digging, a clearer picture emerges, and it's far more frustrating than a headline. Las Vegas didn't suddenly become less exciting. It became more expensive, more complicated, and less trustworthy. In this video, we're going to reveal how a city built on generosity flipped the script, and why millions of travelers are quietly walking away. By the end, you'll understand exactly what's happening to the Strip, how it got this bad, and what it means for the future of Vegas tourism. If you're planning a trip to Vegas, this might be the most important video you watch this year. Let's get into it. Part 1. Death by Hidden Costs. Las Vegas was built on the illusion of a bargain. Cheap rooms, free drinks, free parking. The promise was simple. Save on the basics, splurge on the fun. That trade-off made Vegas irresistible for decades. But in 2025, that illusion has collapsed. The Strip now leads the nation in hidden costs. Charges so widespread that for many travelers, a cheap Vegas getaway is more expensive than a week at a resort in Mexico. It starts the moment you book. A $79 room rate looks like a steal until checkout reveals a $59 resort fee per night, plus taxes and energy surcharges. Parking? That's $20 to $40 per day, even if you're not using valet. Wi-Fi? Sometimes included, sometimes not. Every click, every step, every moment feels engineered to extract a little more from you. These aren't luxury upgrades. They're mandatory charges buried in fine print, revealed only after you've already entered your credit card. The psychology is called drip pricing, and it works. By the time most guests realize what they're actually paying, it's too late to back out. The numbers tell the story. A 2025 travel report found that over 75% of Vegas visitors encountered unexpected charges on their hotel bill. More than half said they would reconsider returning because of them. And it's not just tourists feeling the pinch. Even business travelers and convention organizers are looking elsewhere. For decades, Las Vegas was famous for treating guests like high rollers, even on a low budget. Today, many visitors feel like walking ATMs. Instead of arriving excited, they show up irritated. Instead of splurging at the tables, they tighten their wallets before they've even unpacked. This erosion of trust is devastating. In the first quarter of 2025 alone, return visits dropped by over 40%, a statistic unheard of for the Strip. Travelers who used to go every year are now heading to Laughlin, Reno, Phoenix, or even boutique hotels off the Strip that advertise no resort fees. Las Vegas once didn't have to trick people. It won them over. But one hidden charge at a time, the magic is fading. And if that frustrated you, just wait until you see how the fees on time, check-in and check-out penalties are squeezing visitors next.
Hey, if you're enjoying this video, please do us a favor and hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. It really helps the channel out. And let us know in the comments your most recent experiences of the Vegas Strip. either negative or positive. We'd love to hear your perspective. Okay, let's get back to the video.
Part 2, Nickel and Dime City. If hidden charges set the trap, time penalties spring it. Vegas once called itself a 24/7 city, a place where you could arrive anytime, leave anytime, and feel free. But in 2025, the clock is being monetized. Try checking in before 3 p.m. at many strip hotels, and you'll be hit with an early check-in fee ranging from $30 to $75. Need to leave a couple of hours later on your last day? That's a late checkout fee, often another $50 or more. A couple arriving early and leaving late could easily spend an extra $150 just for a few hours of rest. The irony? Rooms are often sitting empty, already cleaned and waiting. But unless you swipe your card again, you're left dragging luggage through crowded casinos or killing time in noisy lobbies. Guests who once arrived feeling excited now start their trip feeling squeezed. And the charges don't stop at the clock. In most cities, tipping is a choice, a thank you for great service. But in Las Vegas 2025, mandatory gratuities and service charges are becoming the norm. Order a $14 beer at a pool bar, and you'll likely find an 18 to 22% gratuity already added, sometimes before you even see the bill. And the tip line? Still there, tempting unsuspecting guests to tip again. For large groups or bottle service, this can mean hundreds of extra dollars before the first toast, and staff don't always explain it up front. Why would they? The system works in their favor, but guests leave feeling hustled. This isn't just about dollars, it's about psychology. Vegas built its reputation on generosity, free drinks, free buffets, free parking. Now it's charging for time itself and for gratitude. Instead of starting the trip relaxed, travelers feel gouged before they've unpacked. Instead of leaving refreshed, they're checking out under pressure, watching the minutes tick down. The ripple effects are real. Guests tip less at the tables. They spend less freely at restaurants. They vow not to return. Many are turning to boutique hotels off the strip or short-term rentals where early check-in and late checkout are perks, not penalties. Las Vegas built its brand on the idea that anything was possible. But once a city convinces you that every moment has a price tag, the fun starts to feel like a meter running in the background. You don't need to gamble to lose money here anymore. You just need to show up a little too early or stay a little too late. And if you think time penalties and forced tipping are frustrating, the next part hits even deeper. The entertainment itself. Because now, the shows that made Vegas famous have become their own hidden gamble.
Part 3. Entertainment isn't an escape anymore. For decades, Las Vegas was synonymous with spectacle. The shows, the concerts, the once-in-a-lifetime residencies you couldn't see anywhere else. Visitors gladly lined up, paid big, and walked out feeling dazzled. But in 2025, the most jaw-dropping part of the Vegas experience isn't on the stage, it's on the checkout page. A $150 ticket to a headliner or Cirque-style show now regularly blows past $200 once you factor in processing fees, facility charges, and convenience costs. Even at the box office, these fees don't vanish. They're embedded everywhere. Multiply that by a couple or a family of 4, and you've added $200 to $400 in hidden charges before you've even grabbed dinner. It's not about better seats or improved sound, it's a tax on excitement, a way to wring a little more out of every guest's night. And it doesn't stop at tickets. Step inside a Las Vegas arena, theater, or sports bar in 2025, and you'll notice another stealthy charge. The venue surcharge, an extra 3% to 8% fee quietly added to every food and drink order. Not sales tax, not gratuity, just a mystery line item that makes a $12 hot dog cost closer to $15. At first it seems small, a few dollars here, a few dollars there, but over the course of a weekend, those little extras can drain $50 to $100 from a traveler's budget without them realizing it. Guests aren't just frustrated, they're changing behavior. They're eating before arriving, skipping overpriced cocktails, and spending less on the strip altogether. The result? Empty seats, quiet bars, and lost revenue for the very businesses trying to pad their margins. A 2025 tourism analysis found that mid-tier Vegas show ticket sales are down double digits compared to pre-pandemic levels. Not because people stopped caring about entertainment, but because they're tired of feeling tricked. This matters because the Vegas promise wasn't just about winning at the tables. It was about splurging for one night, feeling limitless. When even the ticket in your hand feels like a scam, the magic fades. And when visitors skip the show, they also skip the dinner before it, the cocktails after, and the night at the tables later. The house may always win, but if the guest feels cheated before the curtain even rises, they won't play along for long. And if you thought losing shows was bad, wait till you see how the gaming floor itself, the beating heart of Vegas, has changed in 2025.
Part 4. The Gaming Floor Divide. For decades, the magic of Las Vegas was simple. Anyone could sit at a table, $5 in hand, and feel like a player. The thrill wasn't reserved for millionaires. It was accessible to everyone. But in 2025, that charm is vanishing. Low-limit tables are practically extinct. Even basic games that once welcomed casual players now feel reserved for the high rollers. Minimum bets of $25 to $50 at prime times are common. Specialty tables creep even higher. And it's not just the minimums. Casinos have quietly added gaming surcharges, small rules and side bets that function like hidden fees on every hand. Blackjack payouts of 6 to 5 instead of 3 to 2. Mandatory $1 or $2 side bets baked into the game. Even poker tournaments shaving off a percentage of entry fees before a single card is dealt. The effect? Your money disappears faster. What once felt like an all-night experience now burns out in minutes. I used to play blackjack with my buddies for hours on $200, says one regular visitor. Now, that same $200 can be gone in 15 minutes. It doesn't feel like entertainment anymore. It feels like punishment. The data backs it up. A 2025 gaming report revealed that casual player participation has dropped by double digits year over year, even as overall casino revenue rose. That means fewer people are playing, but those who do are losing more, faster. It's a dangerous shift, because Vegas was never just about gambling. It was about the illusion of possibility, that maybe, just maybe, you could beat the odds for one night. But when the floor itself feels rigged against you, when every hand carries a surcharge, every rule tilts against the player, the magic vanishes. The psychology flips. Instead of feeling invited, newcomers feel excluded. Instead of laughing at a loss, they mutter about being cheated. And for longtime loyalists, it's even worse. The retirees who drove in from Arizona for low-limit tables. The young couples who wanted to stretch their budget. They're gone. And they may never return. Vegas used to tell us, come as you are. Now it's telling us, don't bother unless you're rich. This isn't just a few dollars more. It's the erosion of identity. The house always wins, yes, but if the guest stops playing, nobody wins. And if you thought the casino floor was sacred, the next part is even more stunning. Las Vegas is now charging guests for its own power and carbon footprint.
Part 5. The Green Fee Gamble. By now you've seen how resort fees, parking charges, time penalties, and gaming surcharges are squeezing travelers. But there's a new line item on the Strip that's catching even seasoned Vegas veterans off guard. The so-called eco fee, or sustainability charge. In 2025, more and more hotels are quietly adding energy or carbon surcharges, typically $4 to $8 per night. On paper, it looks harmless, even virtuous. But to guests, it's infuriating. This is Las Vegas, the city of 24-hour neon, sprawling air-conditioned casino floors, and man-made waterfalls in the desert. And now the guest, not the corporation, is being billed for the electricity. One visitor put it this way: "We stayed 5 nights and paid $35 in eco fees. When we asked what it went to, the clerk said, 'General operations.' That doesn't sound like saving the planet to me." And they're not alone. Forums are filling up with warnings about these green fees. Many are buried so deep in fine print that guests only see them at checkout. And unlike parking or room service, you can't opt out. No one wants to fight with the front desk on the way to the airport. After a week of hidden costs, this fee feels like the city rubbing salt in the wound. Even environmental responsibility now feels like a hustle. The backlash is building. Guest satisfaction scores are dropping among those who've been charged. Boutique hotels off the Strip are advertising no eco fees, the way they once bragged about free Wi-Fi or free parking. It's the same pattern all over again. A small charge that signals something much bigger. Trust breaking down. But the story doesn't end with carbon surcharges. This is just the latest chapter in a longer saga. In the next segment, we're going to look at how Las Vegas's new pricing culture is changing the very way people plan their trips before they even book a flight.
Part 6. Planning Fatigue. The Vegas trip that starts stressing you out at home. Once upon a time, planning a trip to Las Vegas was half the fun. The excitement started weeks before you landed. Building your itinerary, booking your show tickets, picking your hotel. It felt like assembling a mini adventure. But in 2025, that excitement is being replaced by planning fatigue. The fees don't just wait for you at check-in. They're baked into the planning stage long before you even board your flight. Hotels, attractions, day clubs, even restaurants are now tacking on online booking fees or digital convenience fees. Charges that can add $10 to $40 to each reservation. Not for upgrades, not for priority access, just for the privilege of clicking a button. Picture this. You find a midweek hotel deal for $109 per night. By the time you reach the checkout page, a vague digital service fee inflates it to $149. Or you book dinner at a Strip steakhouse for $220 for two. By the time you pay, it's $265 after a so-called processing charge. This isn't about premium service. It's pure margin. The irony? Digital systems should lower staffing costs, not add them. But in Vegas, the savings are flipped back into profit, billed straight to the guest. And it's not just hotels or restaurants. Popular day clubs, attractions, and guided tours have joined the trend. A $75 ticket to a pool party suddenly becomes $95 after guaranteed entry fees. For a couple piecing together a weekend itinerary, hotels, show tickets, dining, and a tour, those little extras can add up to $100 or more before they've even left home. And that changes behavior. A 2025 survey of Vegas travelers showed that 27% delayed booking add-on experiences due to unexpected online fees. Another 15% canceled activities altogether. This isn't just about money. It's about psychology. When the planning stage feels like a battle, the trip starts on the wrong note. Guests arrive not with excitement, but with resentment. And that resentment lingers. It colors the meals, the shows, even the casino floor. Vegas built its empire on anticipation, the thrill of what might happen next. But when every click drains your wallet, the thrill is gone before the neon even comes into view. And if you thought planning fatigue was bad, the next story hits at the heart of Vegas's identity, how the Strip is quietly transforming itself into a playground for high rollers only, leaving everyone else behind.
Part 7. VIP for the few. How Vegas is becoming a playground for high rollers only. For years, Las Vegas built its brand on accessibility. Even if you arrived on a shoestring budget, you could still feel like a high roller for one night. Free drinks at the tables, $5 blackjack, affordable buffets. It all added up to an experience that felt bigger than your wallet. But in 2025, the balance has shifted. The Strip's new model caters heavily to whales and elite loyalty program members, while leaving everyone else in the cold. Mid-tier perks are disappearing. No more cheap tables. Buffets scaled back or priced like fine dining. Complimentary drinks?
often limited to certain areas or loyalty tiers. Major resorts now pour millions into exclusive lounges, private entrances, and high-limit gaming floors. These spaces aren't just for show. They're a clear message. If you're not spending big, you're not the guest they're courting. Regular visitors, the backbone of Vegas volume, are starting to feel invisible. Meanwhile, boutique hotels and off-strip properties are swooping in. They advertise old Vegas hospitality and no resort fees like badges of honor. Guests who once stayed at flagship casinos on the Strip now rave about smaller properties in downtown or Henderson where they feel valued again. It's more than a marketing shift, it's an identity crisis. Vegas was built on the fantasy that anyone could step into the lights and live large. If the Strip becomes a gated playground for the ultra-rich, it loses the very magic that made it famous. This change is also fueling the record-breaking exodus. Middle-class tourists, the majority of Vegas visitors, are moving their trips to regional casinos, cruise ships, or entirely different cities like Reno, Laughlin, or even international destinations. In trying to maximize profits from the few, Vegas risks alienating the many. And that's the hidden danger. The Strip can build as many high-limit rooms and private clubs as it wants, but without the energy of the everyday traveler, it becomes a hollow showroom, luxurious but empty. The question now isn't whether Las Vegas can attract whales, it's whether it can survive without everyone else. In our final segment, we're going to bring it all together: the hidden fees, the nickel and diming, the planning fatigue, the VIP culture, and show how it's creating the biggest tourist exodus Vegas has ever seen and what it means for the city's future.
7 stories. 7 ways the magic of Las Vegas is being chipped away. From hidden fees to time penalties, from overpriced entertainment to gaming floor surcharges, from planning fatigue to VIP-only spaces. Individually, each one might feel like an inconvenience. Together, they're driving the largest tourist exodus Las Vegas has ever seen. The Strip still glitters, the fountains still dance, the dice still roll. But behind the neon, the numbers don't lie. Fewer people are coming back, and those who do are spending less, staying shorter, and trusting less. This isn't just about money. It's about trust. For decades, Las Vegas sold a fantasy. Come as you are, feel bigger than life, maybe even beat the odds. In 2025, that fantasy has been replaced by fine print. The house still wins, but the guests have started to leave the table. And here's the real danger. Once people find other places to spend their time and money, Laughlin, Reno, Phoenix, cruise ships, even overseas destinations, they don't always come back. Vegas isn't just risking a bad year, it's risking its identity. But nothing about this is inevitable. Cities reinvent themselves all the time. Vegas has done it before. The question is whether it will return to its roots: generosity, transparency, and excitement, or double down on squeezing every last dollar. So now we turn it over to you. Which of these changes would make you cancel your Vegas trip first? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback isn't just venting, it's a glimpse into the future of the Strip itself. Las Vegas has always been a city of risk and reward. Right now, the biggest gamble might be happening off the casino floor, and the stakes are its future.